I hate being here.
This is how it is today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is today. Today on Pop Culture Minefield.
I downed my uppers. I'm going to feel so much better in 10 minutes. So, hey, it's Monday, or so they tell me. And we got some people here. Let's see who's all in chat. We got Gambit here, Snorty, Emmanuel. Shirley is here, and Slasher Fred. Good morning, guys. Of course, here in the panel, we have Martin, Anima Canfosa, Jose Atmosphere, and Chaz Charlie. No Pope this morning. I don't know what's going on with him. I talked to him yesterday, and my guess is he's still passed out. So he might show up. He might not show up. I don't know. I hate it when he's not here. I wish he could be here like all the time. But let's see. Anybody else that we missed? Nope. We got Gambit popping into the room, and we got Snorty. Hello, Snorty. There's Emmanuel. I see Emmanuel.
Yeah. And we have Shirley.
Shirley, you're not serious.
I am.
I am serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
No,
I
I'll call
beat
her
you,
Shirley, though. I'll call Shirley.
Yeah.
And we have Slasher Fred.
Sorry about that, Joe.
Yep.
Hold on. I wanted to see that joke. What was that terrible joke you said? Go back. I want to see that joke. Jim Carrey joke. I didn't see that before. All righty then. Okay.
All righty then.
That's right.
If I'm not back in 10 minutes, wait a little longer. Man,
not go in there.
Yeah. Woo! Look, man, it's not that I'm a huge fan of Jim Carrey's. I consider myself a fan of his work back in the 90s, going into the 2000s. And this movie was just one of those films where I watched it, and I don't mind. He's done drama before. You know, I really don't mind. I think he can halfway act. My problem with this film, when I saw it, I'm just going to get it out in the open. And I'm going to use the exact words. I think the script was ham-fistedly written. And I think that the entire premise is ridiculous. And they were trying to make kind of a Wonderful Life kind of movie where, you know, this character has an accident and all that shit. All of it's plausible. All of it is quite plausible until you get to the fact that he's a fucking B-movie writer. You know, it's like, and there's good fucking talent working on and in this movie. And I'm like, this got past a first draft, leaving him as a B writer. And you thought that that would make sense for the feds going after somebody who's a nobody. And like, oh my God, I lost my shit. When he finally goes to court, you got all these reporters snapping pictures and yelling questions to him like they know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Like,
what would we know you from? What have you written? That should be the questions.
I absolutely was in my seat in the theater going, oh. I was like Malcolm McDowell in that Kubrick movie, Clockwork Orange. I'm just like, I felt like I was being tortured by just terrible fucking writing that would have worked if they had fit. It's like you guys went with the first script. You didn't do any rewrites because that shit's nuts. And I also dislike it when Hollywood makes movies about the HUAC period because they conveniently forget facts about the communists in Hollywood. Like they were being oppressed. It was wrong. No one should be blacklisted. First of all, the government didn't blacklist you. Hollywood did. There was never any official blacklist, sort of like today with conservatives in Hollywood. Not saying any names, Warner Brothers, Universal, Paramount, all the major studios blacklist. And boy, oh boy, they never fucking learn. Hollywood doesn't. People go, when do you think Hollywood's going to learn? And I'll always say, what? Never.
They don't live in the same world we do.
They don't. They don't understand consequences for bad decision making.
I tell you, it just cracked me up whenever they had 7 huge ass fucking black cars and a bunch of motorcycle cops show up to serve
a motorcycle escort into that town after this low level fucking B writer. What's he got?
To serve a subpoena, not to arrest him, just to serve a subpoena.
Right.
I was just so fucking annoyed with this movie.
In a town that's so small, they've got one movie theater that they've had to resurrect.
Well, that's the thing about it, right? It's a piece of Americana from back in the old days about a small town's what it is, and I did appreciate the tribute to World War II and their veterans and all of that stuff. I thought that was really cool, but they went a little over the top with this Red Scare.
When he uses that guy, when he uses that dead guy's name and holds up his fucking Medal of Honor, I would have, as a veteran, I would have punched that guy in the mouth. Right. Who the fuck are you to determine what that man thought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, how is it a tribute when he's impersonating him?
Yeah.
Well, and it's like, it wasn't like he was.
No, it's not a case of stolen valor at all. Yes, it's not.
That's not what I'm saying. No. But they think he's.
No, I'm not saying you're saying that.
Yeah.
But he wasn't impersonating him at
No,
first.
he wasn't impersonating.
No, he did not.
He thought he might be because he didn't know who the fuck he was.
He was mistaken for. Yeah.
Yeah, but he figured out eventually that this is not him, but he just played along.
Well, you see your fucking facing all the pictures, you think, oh, yeah, maybe I am this guy.
How's he supposed to know? You know, I mean,
that's one spot where they had something to do, but that he's important to the feds, enough that like he disappears off the planet, like they would spend any fucking time on this guy.
Yeah.
Although they did throw one bit in there that I actually thought was good at the end, where he's in the car with the studio guy, or I don't know if he's a studio guy or a lawyer, but he's in the car with him, and he says, you know, you need to have given him that name, but they're not going to spend another second on you. They say that at the end of the movie, and you're left wondering, well, then why were they looking for him if he was that low level? It's so dumb. They show how dumb their script is in this scene. Well, they're not going to waste another second on you, you know. And
the stuff about the catharsis of the town is really good. But
the realistic aspect of that conversation is that basically, like, who is fucking like banging right now? Is that you, Charlie?
Yeah, that's Charlie.
What
is that? You? I gotta mute you when you're doing it. It's very distracting.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll stop it. There, down, done.
I didn't ask you to stop masturbating, for God's sake. You can keep going if you want. Just don't be so fucking noisy.
Handshake.
You don't have to ask. You interrupted him. That's
hands up. So when he's in the car with him at the end, he says all this shit to him, but he points out the name that you can absolutely give up in this signed document. It's okay, because how do you think they got your name? And I went, boom, that happened a fucking lot. And Elia Kazan like got the brunt of the hate from Hollywood, when in fact the only names he agreed to sign for were ones who had already been outed. That's all he did. And it's like, man, this is survival. Hey, Queen. This is survival.
Yas, Queen.
And they could have told a really good story here. They had a good idea that was not presented very well. And everybody's great acting gets lost because the script is so bad. And I thought, like, was I the only person on the planet that hated this fucking movie? You know? And I went and looked and like, no, serious, real critics, not the fucking newspaper ones, guys that are real critics, been around for 60 years that I respected at the time, all fucking said the same fucking thing. That the script was, the film itself was ham-fisted, and that the script itself is pretentious to the way it's written. It makes no sense. Why would the feds give two fucking shits about a nobody fucking writer? And
we have Penny here. Penny, hope you get better soon.
Oh no, she's sick.
It has been since last week.
Oh man, I hope you get feeling better.
Laughter is good for the soul. We'll give it to you, young lady.
And hopefully my masturbating joke made everybody chuckle. So there was a really good film that came out in the 90s, and it's by the two brothers who really aren't doing anything anymore, and Coen brothers. And I'm trying to think of the name of that film, man. I love that movie they did about 1930s, 1940s writer. With John Turturro.
Barton Fink.
Barton fucking Fink. I love that fucking movie.
This is why I'm here, folks.
It is. Yes, you have the quicker retrieval system than I do as I'm getting older. And
one of the Coens is actually working, buddy. He's in the middle of his lesbian action movie trilogy.
Oh, different brother. Different brother.
No, that's one of the Coens, bro. That's him.
No, I'm talking about the Coens, not the Wachowskis.
No, I'm talking about the Coen brothers. He's doing those. What the hell's the name of that movie? Honey? Something Honey? That came out last year.
Oh, he just likes making weird movies.
Yeah.
That movie looks like fun.
He's making a trilogy of those things. That's the second
that
one
looks
in the
like
trilogy.
a fun fucking movie. Yeah, she is a fucking lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
And she's into what's her name from Community. I still look. I don't have a problem with any of that. I enjoy a film. I love the TV show Pluribus. I love that show. I don't give two shits that the main character is a lesbian. Don't care. Just tell me a good story.
Well, I don't care about it either. I'm just making it clear. He is actually working. One of them is. That they're doing their own things right now.
Okay. Can you please give me the name of the movie?
Honey's in the name. I'll look it up for you real quick and get it for you.
I think it's just called
It came out this
Honey Don't.
fall.
Honey Don't.
Honey Don't.
Honey Don't.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's the second in a trilogy of.
Before we continue,
it's from the song. Honey Don't.
Okay. Before we continue.
I would almost like, and the only reason we're doing this film is Jim Carrey has never done a military film.
No. This is the closest he ever came to it.
This is the closest by getting conked on the head and mistaken for a missing in action veteran who has been presumed dead. And he's got a grave, for God's sake. But I will tell you, I love Joel and Ethan Coen. And but
Ethan's the one doing this, by the way. Yeah, it's Ethan.
There's also another set of brothers who've done some good films that I like, and they're known more for comedy. And but the Coens did a comedy of sorts that was called Burn Before or After Reading,
yes,
which has the single greatest fucking moment in cinema history in it. where Brad Pitt is hiding in the closet. George Clooney, who's a fucking nervous wreck in the movie, opens the closet door, and Brad Pitt goes, smiles at him and goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, I've been discovered. You found me." And out of panic, George Clooney fucking shoots him right in the head.
Kills him. Yeah.
It was so unexpected that I actually went,
because Brad Pitt was a total meathead, meant him no harm whatsoever.
Moron. He was like the nicest, sweetest fucking meathead you ever saw. Exactly. In the movie. He was
a personal trainer. Yeah.
And George Clooney just panics and fucking puts a bullet right in his foot. Turn his head into a
great
canoe.
Movie, man. Oh shit.
I couldn't believe how much fun that movie was. And oh my God, what's his name? Fucking losing his shit. The main character who's in trouble with the CIA. What was that
John
guy's
Malkovich?
name?
He's in that movie.
Yeah,
too.
Malkovich. That's who it is. Yeah. Malkovich's character fucking slays me. No, it's a funny movie, dude. Yeah. That is a funny fucking movie.
By the way, the first in this trilogy he's doing is called Drive Away Dolls. That's the first one. And then Honey Dont's the second one.
I think they're trying to do is how to do movies with a feminist slant and make them enjoyable.
Yeah. It's got Margaret Qualley is the main character in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of theirs since Blood Simple.
Yeah.
And M. Emmett Walsh is so fucking good in that movie. Raising Arizona, which is a great comedy.
That's my favorite. Oh, God, I love Raising Arizona.
Love that movie.
Okay.
Miller's Crossing is not a comedy. Very good film. Barton Fink, I fucking love that movie. It's so fucking weird, but fun. The Hudsucker Proxy, not such a big fan, but it's good. Bruce Campbell's in it. Fargo is another great little film.
Excellent.
It's got its own kind of comedy in it. The Big Lebowski, I think, is their worst movie, but it's still enjoyable. I mean,
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Maybe a better version of the Odyssey than the one that's coming out, right?
I try to explain to people what Josh taught me. It takes zero work to write characters that you don't identify with. It's zero work. And there's no character in that film that you identify with.
Yeah.
It's not like there's an enjoyable character. The dude, I enjoy his character. But there's no real protagonist in that film. And it's problematic in storytelling because you always need a character that your audience identifies with, connects with. And there's none in that film.
Oh, I think everybody's got a friend like
is the parody. Yeah,
John Goodman in that movie. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to go there.
Donnie.
I was trying to say that the only character I enjoy in that film is the one based on John Milius, which is Goodman. That is the Coen brothers version of John Milius, the writer-director.
So you're saying that the dude is not a proper main character or person that
he's
you
not a proper
care
protagonist.
about?
No, he is not.
Okay.
I sat there and, dude, I sat there for 5 fucking hours being educated on that character by the late Josh Becker. And once I was out of there going, oh my God, yeah, you don't really care about the dude. You enjoy the dude.
Yeah.
You don't
the dude
care
abides. Yeah.
The dude abides.
Yeah. All right. Well, I won't argue it any further because I don't have the education to do so. But I tend to disagree.
I do want to. Well, you can disagree that you like it, but you can't disagree on him being a proper protagonist because he's not. I mean, he literally is not.
All this shit happens to him. My argument is all this shit happens to him, which draws him into all this shit. And so by being the eyes and ears of the audience, I think that makes him a proper protagonist. No, that's me. I mean,
he's not a proper protagonist because a protagonist is defined by specific attributes that he doesn't have. And we're watching him, we're observing him. We are not really connected to him because nothing in his personality or in the way that it happens to him and his reactions to it equals out to a proper protagonist. That's just what it is. He's not a real protagonist. He's a guy that you're stuck watching for that time, and it's entertaining because I was entertained by the film. But yeah, they lack that. Oh, brother, where art thou? Which always made me laugh because I love that movie. I really do.
It's awesome.
But the guys never read the Iliad or the Odyssey in their life, and it's like I always wanted to interview them and ask them, like, how does one go about adapting a book and having never read it? And from what I heard, they based it on the movie. Troopers. They based. Oh yeah, fuck him.
Careful, man. There's a beverage here.
Now, one of the films I did like of theirs, but it's so fucking weird, I will never do it on our channel because I don't think it's a worthwhile story, is The Man Who Wasn't There with, what the fuck is his name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob, yeah. I mean, it's a solid story. It really is. Intolerable Cruelty is another film I fucking love, but it's got so many structure issues. But, I mean, nobody has ever, in my opinion, on camera done a spit take the way George Clooney did, because it looked like he was about to choke when he's at that table. And he says, don't tell me you expect blah, blah, blah. It's a divorce attorney. And then they go, we expect to get exactly that. And he goes, and he just fucking chokes like, what? I just said, don't expect me. Yeah, I'm just fucking, that's funny. Bad Santa, I enjoyed that film. I did not like the remake of The Lady Killers. Alec Guinness's version is 1,000 times better. Did not like.
I enjoyed it. I got to say, I enjoyed The Lady Killers. But then when I did see the Alec Guinness version, I saw, it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, it's like I had already seen it, and so when I go to watch a remake, if it doesn't even come up to par of the original, I'm like, I'm not in this. Romance and Cigarettes didn't even look interesting to me, so I never watched it. No Country for Old Men. That is a powerful story, but boy, like if you want to have a day of actual breakdowns of what makes a movie, that's one where you could sit down and just pick it apart. But the fact is every single cast member, every bit of that film it's like eating a fucking steak, and you don't care if you get the meat, the potatoes. That steak was it. That's all you wanted. And that's a steak. To me, No Country for Old Men is a steak. It's, has huge structure issues. Then Burn After Reading, I fucking love that movie. It's so fucking zany. I'm serious. That fucking scene is the greatest scene in the history of film. When Brad Pitt gets shot in the head. I was like, what the fuck? And I could hardly wait to get that on Blu-ray or DVD just so I could keep going back and watching that moment because it was so fucking wackadoodle. Didn't like A Serious Man, even though it was captivating. It was a captivating film, but it, again, suffered in structure and having a strong story. And I got to tell you something. Michael Shannon is the weirdest, scariest motherfucker I've ever seen on this planet. Yeah. I don't understand why he has ever tried. He tries comedy and he is terrible at it, but he's good at drama. But he's not in that one. But I was thinking about the other film where he sees tornadoes and shit coming. But it's a very similar film thematically of one that Michael Shannon was in. True Grit, I think, is I hate saying this because I love John Wayne's films so much. It's the better, more accurate adaptation. Inside Llewellyn Davis did not like that movie at all. Hail Caesar, awful movie. I really hated that
funny
movie.
Though, man. It's got funny moments.
But I enjoyed The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah.
I like that movie. I love the Fargo TV series.
In this fella.
Every time I hear the name of that movie, all I can see is Buster just hitting the floorboard and blowing the brains out of that guy.
Out of the guy.
Hilarious.
Yeah, with his own gun. It was funny as shit.
Yeah. I
laughed so hard at that fucking movie. First hanging, huh? First time being hanged, huh? Great fucking movie. Honey, Don't I Have? I liked the trailer. Drive Away Dolls. I don't know if that's going to be interesting. I haven't seen the trailer. And I loved what they did because they're not directly involved with Fargo, the TV series, but the producer of that did an amazing job of bringing the same weirdness in from the movie Fargo. And I just fucking love it. I love the show. And I love how each story is somehow still connected to the original film in some way. Connected. I like that. This is the guy that's in the back of the car right there. Yeah, this guy that the lawyer talks to him. And he tells him what was obvious from the beginning. They don't care about you. You're nothing to them. So why did they have the feds after him? It's like, why do they?
The other guy's his agent, isn't he? I think he's his agent.
The fat guy is his agent. Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, I think, is his agent. I'm trying to remember this guy's name. It's not coming to me right away.
Well, that's what IMBD is for.
IMBD.
Days.
IMDb. Excuse me.
Yeah, no shit.
No.
I got my acronym all screwed up.
I like Bad Days more. So
you like Bad Days?
Yes, I like it.
So Jeffrey DeMunn is in this. Everybody might remember him from Walking Dead. He's
there's a couple of Walking Dead alums in there.
Well, you have a couple of award-winning actors in this that really died not long after this. Hal Holbrook and Martin Landau. Are in this. Just great classic actors. You have the late David Ogden Stiers in it too, and another great beloved actor, James Whitmore. I saw him at Ford's Theater the night that Lincoln was shot. No, Ford's Theater is still an operating theater in the DC area, and I went there quite often with my dad, and we went to see him, Whitmore, play Give 'Em Hell Harry, and then later he played Samuel Clemens. And I forget the name of that play, but it's about Mark Twain, and it was really good. You got another great character actor in this. Brian Howe is in this. You got Chelsea Ross, who is in Steven Seagal's first movie. What was that first one called?
Mark for Death.
Above the Law.
Above the Law. Then you got the cute and adorable Amanda Detmer playing his actress girlfriend in it.
Yep.
And the joke there for me is, hasn't she ever heard the joke? Don't sleep with a writer.
Yeah.
You don't sleep with a writer to get a work in Hollywood. You sleep with directors and producers.
Right. Yeah. Aim higher, chick. Aim higher.
Higher.
The guy that's playing his agent isn't Andrew Garfield. It's Alan Garfield.
Alan Garfield. Close, but no.
Andrew Spider-Man. Was Spider-Man.
Right.
And then you got Bob fucking Balaban. I love that guy. Most memorable role with Bob is, of course, as Dr. In 2010, An Odyssey 2, the year we make contact. He played the computer designer who designed HAL.
Yeah.
And then you've got that weird you've got this weird thing with Jim Carrey and two different women, Lauren Holly and Laurie Holden, who could easily be fucking sisters. And it's really bizarre.
They're a lot.
Yeah, Laurie Holden also Walking Dead, and the connecting thing here, Frank Darabont, the director,
and Jeffrey
started the Walking
DeMunn.
Dead. He did the first season. That was him. So
by the way, Jeffrey DeMunn, who is also in the first season, he's the guy with the RV in the series. The reason he was killed off was because he didn't want to continue on the show once they let Darabont go. And I am, by the way, a Frank Darabont fan, and I am shocked that Darabont would allow a script like this to be turned into a film without really catching those fucking big fuck ups in the writing. Because I love Frank Darabont.
If I may.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm as anti-communist as anybody saying is. Maybe a little more. I have said things that
you had to deal with them,
and I have said certain things about certain commission that, in my opinion, didn't do enough. But okay. However, yes, I found the beginning and the end annoying, but for all the reasons you have stated before. However, I like from this point on till the death of Martin Landau, I love that part of the movie. The gross part of the movie, I love it so much that I can tolerate the bullshit at the beginning and the end, especially
this show.
Wait.
Not agree though? I want to asking you a question. Do you not think that this movie would have benefited better in its structure and its flow to have been shortened by 45 minutes?
Yeah.
That's another beef I have.
And those extra minutes are the beginning and the end. Not the ending at the town, but about the congressional session.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, I hate the congressional sessions, but if you trim off the ending, I mean the beginning, and just have him show up in this town after having an accident, that would have been a better film.
No. Well,
you don't know who he is.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory. It's just a theory. I think the whole anti-American Activities Commission thing was ham-fisted after, and I think it's telegraphed to the audience in the beginning of the movie when he's in the session with the studio guys and they are modifying his script, and they modified it the beginning of the script, and then at the end of the movie you see them again modifying the end of the script, and it matches. It looks like that was what happened with the script.
Right. Nifty thing is the studio executives that are speaking. You don't see them, but they're Gary Marshall, Paul Mazursky, Sidney Pollack, Rob Reiner, and Carl Reiner.
Mm-hmm.
So they all did a little cameo there. Just off camera, but their voices, the studio heads. Dead silence.
That is what I think happened with this script. They had the movie about the resurgence of the town, everybody getting together, and somebody said, "Yeah, but we need to put this thing because I want it to be about this." And it's so inconsequential to the story that it's only at the beginning and at the end, as side notes.
Right. You would think somewhere in the film, maybe you would check in with the people chasing him, the people looking for him.
Yeah.
Something that gives you a little, well, we've still got something going on here. We haven't totally, the first reel was about from another movie, and then from the second reel on, we got this different movie.
Yeah. Where did I hear this this week? Something like, maybe it was Shinaski, saying that sometimes you're in that industry, you're put in a situation that is, you have two choices. You have not telling your story or telling a little of your story.
Right.
Yeah. And by the way, Queen, I have seen that film. I actually like the film, and the film actually, at its very core, is about a guy, a main character in the story, who has stolen valor. It's a very interesting film. I'm not going to call it a great film, but I will say it's a good film and one that I liked, but I don't know if we'll ever do it. It's such a dark movie that I tend to want to watch movies to talk about them on the show that are a little more proactive, positive. That one's got a lot of dark elements to it. And the other guy, played by Billy Bob, I think he was the town's barber.
Yeah.
That overheard stories and shit. And it's an interesting film. I'm trying to go through here. because nobody's starring any of the comments, and I'm trying to go through to see if they're any worth talking about. Aviar is the greatest thing in that movie, and the second greatest thing in that movie, Gambit, is what's his name? The Thanos. He was good in that movie.
Josh Brolin.
Tommy he's in the movie. He's sort of the bookend character, really, and it's just the lesson he learns at the end. Fucking retire.
Yeah, it's no country for old men. He's an old guy, and he doesn't need to be involved in this shit. No doubt.
And by the way, I do like Brad Pitt's. By the way, this theater isn't real, but it is still there, the exterior. It was built on a parking lot. And the building to its right isn't there either. These are facades. And it's a parking lot next to it now, whereas this building still exists in that town. Look, I'm going to tell you something. That was as close to Hitchcock as you can get. Brian De Palma couldn't get closer. That was a really good film, Blood Simple.
Yeah.
De Palma Walsh in that movie.
Only a couple films that De Palma ever made to me were really, really well done. I mean, he aped Hitchcock so much that it was just like find your own voice, find something else to do.
Well, yeah, a lot of people told him that, like, stop trying to mimic Hitchcock, make your own films. I think the last film where he tried to mimic Hitchcock was the one where he's looking through a telescope and sees
Body Double,
which I actually like the film. I like it.
Yeah.
It tanked huge.
Oh yeah.
So I started some comments, got 10 comments there starred. So Slasher Fred is here too, by the way. And of course, Queen. I've already said hi to Queen. This movie has so many weak points. And the problem with a weak point is, look at them like paper. If you could poke your finger through, it's a serious weak point. And I could poke my finger through so many parts of this movie. But that doesn't mean there aren't some good moments in it. Some of those is some of the performances in this movie by the likes of guys that used to be big, Martin Landau.
He's awesome as the father.
I am so glad he got an Oscar in the latter part of his life for playing Bela Lugosi. He so deserved that. Hal Holbrook.
Fuck you.
Yep. And Hal Holbrook is good in this film. And David Ogden Stiers is always good at playing empathetic characters. He always has been. And James Whitmore, seeing him again, of course, he was also in Shawshank Redemption. And just a solid actor. And always liked him. They had Catherine Dent in it, and I've never been a fan of her work. Alan Garfield is a good actor.
Yeah.
Period.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
He's one of those standout fucking
character actors
guys since the 70s, man.
Yep.
I've been watching him. His character in Beverly Hills Cops 2 was worth the price of admission. What was his character's name?
I don't remember, but he's the asshole chief of police.
Lutz. Yeah, Lutz. Yeah. Lutz.
Yeah, Chief Lutz.
And he's so fucking funny in that movie. Nobody yells.
He's in the second one. He's in part 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Beverly Hills Cops 2.
Abusive.
Chief
of police. Yeah.
But he was in a classic movie with Gene Hackman called The Conversation.
Oh yeah.
He gives this intense fucking kind of performances that in the hands of any other character actor would probably be mishandled. That guy had an energy to him. A little guy too. Just a tiny guy. But I was trying to think of another film of his I really liked. I can't think of anything right now. Oh Jesus! And it's from way back in the day. I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. It will come to me. Oh, I remember. Peter O'Toole movie. Stuntman.
Stuntman.
The Stuntman.
1980.
Yeah. Fucking loved him in that. I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's just one of the I would watch Peter O'Toole read the fucking phone book. He's that good. Like, you'd be so captivated by the time he gets to like R and S. You're like, oh my God, I hope this never ends. He's doing the alphabet, dumbass.
Oh wow. In that movie, he's credited as with his actual last name. Garfield is a stage name. His real last name is Gorwitch.
Nah.
That's interesting. I love to find out what guys' real names are. He's credited as Alan Gorwitch in it. Goorwitz. Yeah.
Now, just to tell you something, when my daughter was kidnapped, I went through a very dark period, not knowing if I was going to be getting her back. Okay. And there were only two things that got me through that period. And Anima hasn't said a goddamn word today on the show. So, Anima, are you there? Okay. What were those two movies? Do you remember that got me through the kidnapping?
The one with Lorraine something, and the other one I forgot. I'm sorry.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
I remembered The Family Man myself, actually. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah.
And then Me, Myself, and Irene, the one you remembered. Me, Myself, and Irene. I would watch both films every day while she was missing, just to pull me up out of that dark fucking hole I was trying to bury myself in.
Me, Myself, and Irene will do it, no doubt. If you don't laugh at that movie, there's something wrong with you.
I have only nearly lost consciousness twice.
What do you mean, you people?
While watching a comedy. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
When Jim Carrey is the only actor to make me laugh so hard I blacked out. I couldn't breathe.
Oh, his twice. 3 black sons are fucking fantastic. In that
movie. My God. When he stops and improvises, everybody give him a kiss, and they did it. I fucking lost my shit. Having to fight a fucking dwarf, a black dwarf. What do you mean, you people?
With nunchucks.
With nunchucks. Look, 2 moments in Hollywood history that made me laugh so hard I blacked out. One was in one of the worst movies ever made with Jim Carrey in it, called Ace Ventura: Pet Detective 2. When
Nature Calls, baby.
I fucking hate that movie. It is so dumb.
Oh,
it is so not funny. But
Chicago.
When he starts coming out of the back end of that fucking rhino, when he starts coming out of the butthole of that fucking rhino, and that family is watching from that tour.
It's giving birth.
It's giving birth. And then a fucking human comes out with Jim Carrey's fucking weird face getting all stretched and shit. I couldn't stop laughing and I couldn't breathe and I fell on the floor. That was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. And then I'm watching the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, and he gets up out of bed and goes into the bathroom and tries to pee, and piss goes everywhere. Only a guy understands that joke.
Morning.
I lost my fucking mind. Oof. Because there's nothing worse as a man than after having sex, if you don't wash your dick off and you fall asleep and wake up and try to pee, it goes everywhere. Only men get that joke. And they had 2 gags in that film that had never been done before: the piss, after sex piss, and the line where he called her his little pussy fart. Never been said in film before.
My favorite part of that movie is when he storms into his neighbor's house, takes his newspaper and then dumps a shit right in his lawn. It's hilarious.
Wait for it. Starts to take a shit and it starts coming out and cut. to Robert Forrest getting soft serve chocolate ice cream into a code. I fucking lost my shit. I lost my shit over that.
So many guys find that shit funny.
Yes, we do. Literally.
Oh my God.
Not figuratively. We find that
So
shit
good.
funny.
That there's funny shit.
There's some
Me,
funny
Myself,
shit.
and Irene, I think is his best movie he ever. It's a tour de force. When he kicks his own ass, that's hilarious.
Liar, liar. Yeah. He says, what is going on in here? Can't you see I'm kicking my own ass? That's a great line. Yeah, I could go on all day about some of the cool shit that he has done in his career.
The dude's a human cartoon, but some of his serious stuff like this, I've said it a million times. If you can do comedy, you can do anything. He's really good in this. And my favorite serious one he's ever done is the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I love that movie. And
somebody else on his panel loves that movie too. And
yes, that is me.
It's awesome, man. It's great stuff. But
I didn't want to out you, Martin.
I give a shit what you think.
He is real. He could have done
what I think
if he'd wanted
what
to.
The audience thinks.
But he made more money being a human cartoon, So.
Oh yeah, that was where the gold always was for him.
Yep.
I like that movie, The Cable Guy.
Oh, The Cable Guy's a classic, man.
Truman Show, I thought was pretty good. I don't know about anybody else.
That's kind of a serious movie that he did.
Well, here's my beef with that fucking movie. Yes, I have a small beef with it. I do like that movie. I do. I really do like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's a ripoff of a Philip K. Dick story, and Dick didn't get any fucking credit for it. And it is a very good story. It is my single favorite book by Philip K. Dick that they stole that idea from. Yeah. And it's one that I've always wanted to see turned into a movie. So, but it is a good film, and I really like the acting in it. And God, man, every character in that movie is fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got to tell you, getting Ed Harris to step in, because he took whose place was it he took in that movie? I forgot. There was another actor got fired.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself. That
which movie? I'm sorry, I missed that part. What?
Truman Show.
Truman Show.
Okay.
Ed Harris did Dennis Hopper. That was who it was.
Okay.
Dennis Hopper.
Okay.
And
Dennis Hopper, as good as he could be in some stuff, I couldn't see him as Christoph.
The
think
director he was having a lot of problems with him in that part, and so he was replaced last minute by Dennis Hopper. And I say last minute, no, they were already
Ed
shooting.
Harris. Yeah.
Ed Harris, man, that guy can play a good guy, but good God, he can play a bad guy like nobody's fucking business, man. He can play some scary fucking characters. The role he played as that gangster in History of Violence. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
He was awesome. Yep.
Right. And that was right around the same time he did the Westworld, the bit on there, which I thought he was pretty steely and good on that.
Season 1 was the only good season. That show went downhill so fucking quickly. What's this? Blade Runner was based on Philip K. Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. As the founder of the Blade Runner fan can, I never knew that.
I was fixing to say, wow.
Thanks, Gambit.
Actually, dropping.
Hold on, I need to make a note of this, guys. Hold on.
Blade Runner knowledge for you. That's
note
something
to
you
self.
might not know there, Gary.
Blade Runner was actually based on a book. Do you know what that book was? That's right. It was Dados, also known
Hold
as
on. I'm updating Wikipedia while we're talking here. That's big news.
Also, note to self: ban Gambit from channel. You're not doing it because you hate him. You're doing it from him making himself look like a dipshit, telling Gary things he already knows. That is all. Love you, Gambit.
Woo, doggies.
Gambit gets my fucking humor. He gets my joke.
Yeah. He gets it with that laugh. With the demonic
I suspect it's a maniacal laugh. Yeah.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh.
Now I will tell you that Holly is prettier, in my opinion. As you know, as an actress, because a lot of people really think she's beautiful, Laurie Holden, but
she is.
I think that Holly is actually prettier. Lauren Holly. I'm a dipshit now. Hey, you moved up a notch. This is also not in the real town. This was brought in. It's one of the sets. I think that's the one that's on the lot. You can actually go visit that one because it's mobile. You can put it on a flatbed and they'll take it to location and set it up.
Yeah.
The original Ace Ventura, it has some serious moments, like when Ace is checking out Ray Finkel's childhood bedroom and sees all the obsession with Dan Marino. It's got some good moments in it. It really did. I actually fucking like that movie. I don't care. It's fucking stupid. Look, I knew Roger Ebert, man, and I criticized that man right to his face. I not only did that, Queen, by the way, you'll like this, I mocked him to his face. And we were going to go see 2001: A Space Odyssey in its original 70mm print at the Virginia Theater during Cyberfest, which is a celebration at the University of Illinois, which includes Urbana and Champaign. They're twin cities. They're right next to each other. And they have what's referred to as a Cyberfest. This took place in 97 because in the book, 1997 is when HAL 9000 was created. And I almost got the scientist's name. It almost popped into my head.
Chandra. Dr. Chandra.
Dr. Chandra. Thank you. Dr. Chandra. And he created and became aware in, I think, August of 97. And so they had a celebration there. And while doing this massive celebration, they had the 70mm print of not Blade Runner, I'm sorry, 2001: Space Odyssey. And it was amazing to see, but we went up to the balcony to watch, and which was another experience. I'd never been in a balcony before to watch a movie. And but as we were going up the stairs, we had just gone to this ice cream shop across the road that had sub sandwiches, the best in town. And he got one of the subs, and I ate mine while I was there. And he brought his with him and was going to eat his gigantic fucking hoagie while watching 2001. And as he's going up the stairs, he's got it under his arm, walking up the stairs. He lost his footing, fell forward on the stairs, and he tucked and rolled into the stair, protecting the fucking sandwich. And
that's skill.
Is one of those moments where you just hope nobody sees you, and then that you hope nobody sees you, and then remember that I'm standing right behind him and I'm chuckling. And he turned and shot me a look. It was not a friendly look, but I'm still chuckling. I'm like, sandwich okay? And I'm a dick. I said that to him. Sandwich okay? Oh, I miss Ebert. I miss him. He was a sweetheart. In the original Ace Ventura, yeah.
You're right. Back. Oh.
Roger Ebert gave Inframan a thumbs up. Okay, did someone just jump aluminum foil all over the place? What was that noise?
Charlie's doing
Charlie's renovating.
I don't think he's aware that his microphone picks up everything.
Everything.
Charlie's building something in there.
He's rearranging the living room or something.
Yeah. We are picking up so much, Charlie, that I can hear you chafing your thighs.
My thighs are parted. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's manspreading.
That makes it better. That makes it better.
Makes it so much better. Those aren't my thighs. Yeah.
No, actually, both of them were, Queen. Both the mayor and whatever the other character was that always were together. They were a parody of Siskel and Ebert. And it was a personal stab from the filmmakers at them. And I'm like, that wasn't needed. They made so many mistakes with that fucking movie, and that was one of them.
They think they're being clever, and like Gary thinks he's being clever when he makes fun of people. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing. Like, let me get on Wikipedia about that. Gary's a dick. Oh yeah, it's already
there. Good luck updating my Wikipedia page. Yeah, I tried to fix some shit because they got it wrong, and so I went in there and I got banned from Wikipedia editing. And I'm like, fuck, man, that information's categorically wrong. I had the proof to show that it was wrong, but no, well. Gene was the worst of the two. I did not like Gene Siskel, his reviews. As a kid, man, I'm like, I would read Roger Ebert. I couldn't stand Gene Siskel's reviews. I at least was amused by Roger Ebert.
During this whole Rob Reiner deal where everybody's talking about his films and everything, somebody brought up North, and I watched a video clip of Roger Ebert's review when it came out, and he said, "I hate. He counted the number of hates. There's like 20 hates of how much he hated North.
Well, the cast was great. Terrible fucking movie. I don't know what he was thinking when he made that movie.
Yeah. But count those hates. So
in the end, both of them were in bad health. Yeah, both of them were in ill health for a while. I mean, Roger lost his jaw to cancer, and that was awful seeing him go through that. But I'm so glad he didn't give up and he continued doing reviews. And there are many reviews by him that I wholly agree with. What I dislike is when he becomes a political animal, so mostly socio-political animal, rather than a critic. Because he was one of the few critics I enjoyed reading or listening to his reviews. The other one, he's written so many books about cinema. Let me look it up real quick. Famous critics. I really like this guy because he loves movies. And
Leonard Maltin, maybe?
Leonard Maltin, thank you. Leonard Maltin.
I've always enjoyed him because he really wants film to be good.
He wants it to be good. He wants to like the movie. He goes into the film giving it every opportunity to be good. And if he gives you a negative review, you fucked up in your movie.
Yeah. But also he's a big animation fan. So that also kind of gets me. It's in my wheelhouse.
I'm going to look it up real quick. His review of this film. Where is he? Come on, he did a review of this fucking movie. Don't tell me that he didn't. Google has lost its ability to fucking impress me.
1990 may be best.
What was it somebody said the other day that Google is the gambit of the internet?
Sexy shirtless.
Nobody heard that, I guess. Google is the gambit of the interwebs. Rex Reed was gay? Come on, man. That guy was he was as manly as Liberace. Come on. Oh, that guy could get the gals to get him guys.
Get those him and Rock Hudson out on the town. Oh, forget about it.
I'll give you my son if you'll play piano for me, Liberace. Hi, Sander. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, this movie. Now, here's a chick that's not really an actress. She became an actress. And she was more of a producer, movie producer. And she's really good in pretty much everything she's in. And this one, she's his former piano teacher. And he's trying to play a song that she supposedly taught the real guy that he thinks he is. But he does know how to piano. He knows how to play boogie woogie. And she gets upset. There she is. She's upset right now. She says, "Stop playing that. That's horrible music." "Who taught you that?" And the black guy that lives downstairs at the theater goes, "I did." And of course, if you know the story, that is when later you learn that that character, he was the usher, ticket taker in the theater, and he lives in the basement of the theater, knew that his character wasn't the kid, because he would have never played Boogie Woogie.
He had a watch so he could make sure that they changed the roles in time.
He said Luke could play the classics like nobody's business, but he could never learn to play jazz. And that's when the moment you play that, I knew you weren't him.
So I'm going to go ahead. Go ahead.
Same as with the girl, she always knew he wasn't Luke, but they saw what his presence was doing to the town and to the people, and they went along with it.
Yeah, what I dislike about this disabled war veteran character is that he just doesn't like him. I don't know what it is about you. Just like him, I don't like you either, whoever you are. And then, of course, he suddenly likes him when he stands up to the Senate subcommittee on human, what is it called? The HUAC committee.
No, it started before.
That suddenly he likes him and applauds him, and I'm like going, I would have kicked his ass for that, because it's not his place to speak for another person that's dead. He didn't fucking know that guy. He can speak for the people of that town, but he's not really a duly authorized representative of even them. The only person he can speak for is himself, and he should have done that. And I think that's piss poor writing. That's so presumptive. And like I said, this film is portentous in its truest meaning, that it wants to be so important that it's willing to give you bad writing to do it. And they did. It's bad writing. So it's obvious that the townspeople think, or the mean guy with his mechanical arm knows Peter is he thinks he's a con man, but the fact is he's not a con man. He's not a confidence man. He is a guy who lost his memory, and because of the love of a fucking father, people begin to believe he might be that guy.
Well, he's the spitting image of the dead guy.
Yeah, no. And in the end, though, he's not the spitting image of him as a person. And because he's a shallow person. That scene in the cemetery at the end pissed me off to no ends. Like, it's like he's trying to give a reason why he was a coward and didn't go in the military. And it's like, you didn't go in the military because you get drafted. He might have even been 4F. I don't know. I think that would have been a better way to write the character. I almost went, but they rejected me on medical reasons, which is called 4F. Writing him the way they did, it's chock full of mistakes. They turned him into a coward who suddenly becomes courageous at the end, uses a dead boy, pretends to have the voice of the dead boy. Just so many problems with the writing in this that just bug the shit out of me. Speaking for somebody he has no right to speak for just bugs me. This is not It's a Wonderful Life.
Just way too long.
It is 45 minutes too long.
No,
it should have been about an hour and a half. at the most. So it's obvious that the townspeople think, oh yeah, you can pull that down now. I've fucking read it. Pirates of the Desert Sands. Jim Carrey did a good job as the Riddler in Batman Forever. Everybody did a fine job in that film, except the director.
Wanting to make everything about being gay, basically, or looking gay. Is what it looked like to me.
Well, look, I don't mind if things are subtly gay because I actually get a kick out of that. But didn't they check fingerprints back then? Of course they did. Look, don't get me started on all the problems with assuming that that's the son. There are plenty of ways. Handwriting, even though they've proven that people with true amnesia can often have different handwriting from their previous self. Still, it's a good way to check and see. Nope, it's not. It's Wonderful. It's certainly not Lost Horizon. Yeah, I mean, it has zero to do with that story, but Lost Horizon's a good film. Bat Nipples. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Queen, I went to see the next Batman film, the one with George Clooney, and I remember telling my then ex-wife, I said, I swear to God, one butt shot, one nipple, I'm out of here. She goes, no, it won't be, I swear. First fucking few minutes of the movie, fucking pulling the bat pants on and cuts to his ass, and I'm like, I'm done, I'm out of here. She goes, no, please stay, I want to watch this. I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna make me suffer through this shit. Did not like either of his Batman films. But that's because I'm a diehard DC, classic DC fan. I love Batman. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. Oh, this is the Jaws scene where the guy comes in and scratches the chalkboard, isn't it?
But no. It is not.
Like everybody's pretty much bending over backwards for this kid, you know, Jim Carrey's character. In a real story about something like this, everybody be scrutinizing the shit out of him, not just going, hey, you know. I do like that statue. Why is it inside? I never understood why it was hidden from the town.
The mayor is hurting. That's why.
A lot of people are fucking hurting. When you see them at that fucking ceremony, there's a lot of fucking 1-star and 2-star families.
Lots of gold stars. That means killed in action.
Yep. Blue means alive. Gold means dead. But I happen to love Frank Capra's Lost Horizon. No, look, I just told you it's a great film. It really is. I think Frank Capra was not appreciated until later in life of how good he was. Because It's a Wonderful Life tanked at the theater. But it became culturally one of the greatest Christmas films to watch during the holidays. Ronald Colman appeared in so many prestigious movies, including A Tale of Two Titties, Clyde of India, Arrow Dick, Bulldog Drummond. Well, that's a good movie. A Double Life. These are all good films, yeah.
Ronald Colman. Hey, yes.
I don't know about the musical. When did the musical come out? So this is where the kids find the car, and that it had come up through from the river out into the ocean, and eventually ended up on the shore. And here are these two fucking feds Like the feds are out looking for him.
Or nobody. So stupid.
Yeah. Or that the feds would be there at all. You know, that would be a local
how would
police.
they know that he is there?
Or that was his car. It's just weird that the feds are there. They would have got a report of the car and then go, wait a minute, that's this guy's car. Then they might get involved. But, oh, God, man. And that's another thing right there. Dental, fingerprints, dental. Now, if he'd served in the military, they would have had his fingerprints on file. And I will tell you that there were a lot of guys in Hollywood that just wanted to get laid because they had met a girl that was a communist. A lot of them get suckered into these meetings. I swear to God, man, the communists worse than fucking Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons when trying to get people to join them. And I like that he's a fucking veteran. I do believe he was a Marine. The black dude that worked at the theater and lived there. Oh, they should have done like Bob's Burger and have it as the reopening.
That would have been funny.
It's another really good point, Queen. Even back then, there were dental records. In fact, that was one way they would identify dead people. Even back then. And there is a connection with the hippie movement because there are a lot of communists in the hippie movement. They were absolutely card carrying if they had a pocket. Commies, a lot of them. Wait a minute, I missed something. Oh yeah, it was Shirley that brought that up. Pirates of the Desert Sand, the movie. It's like one fucking movie he worked on, and the FBI's like killing themselves trying to find him. Like, okay, yeah. Hey, yank my left leg. It plays Jingle Bells. You know what I think is a great title? Why can we have a book called Tale of Two Cities and not have a Tale of Two Titties? Come on. And then you would say, nice tittle. Yeah, Bruce was funny in this movie, this little micro movie within the movie. I like those kinds of things where they make a movie for the movie. They did the same thing with Woody Allen's movie with the Magical Theater. There's a movie within the movie. They did the same thing with Matinee with the movie Mant in it. And I like that movie a lot. It is also dealing with the scary times of the late 50s, early 60s, where everybody was terrified of, the Red Scare, that we're constantly worried about shit going on around Cuba. Yes, A Tale of Two Titties, the Dolly Parton story. Bingo. It was the best of bras. It was the worst of bras. Yeah, Mant is a fun little short film made for the movie Matinee. Another great John Goodman movie. I liked Pleasantville. And all Pleasantville really is making fun of in that, parroting, is how G-rated the world was on television and in film. That if you were married, you slept in two separate beds, kind of shit. I don't know if Charlie knows he can unmute himself.
No, he just fell off.
He's gone. So it's Joe. It's just
Okay.
us now.
Joe had to leave.
Yeah, you know he don't stay the complete duration of the show.
Yeah. Well, normally he lets
But
us
he
know.
left 15 minutes later, and he usually says something before he goes.
That's what I just said. Yeah. I like being able to say bye to him.
Yeah.
So Bruce Campbell plays this Indiana Jones-like character. And by the way, when you see her father with the pith helmet, he gets conked in the head by a special idol. Does anybody? Power went out. Ah, that's why you're gone. Okay. The Tale of Two Kitties. Somehow it feels like that was a name probably came from a Warner Brothers cartoon.
Man, I wish my life would still be a tale of two kitties. I miss Loki.
No, I only hit mute on Charlie because his filters don't work at all if he has any.
Well, he had the StreamYard background noise canceling thing on, but it didn't work.
Nope. Yeah, Queen. Hear that, Joe? Pay that fucking electric bill, motherfucker.
Joe knows the answer to your question.
There you go. Thanks, Joe. The idol that the Arab dude hits him with is the idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark. The tale of will Gary see Tom Connors coming on tonight? LOL backdoor.
Oh, that's a weird backdoor, but I guess
I'm not dignifying that backdoor.
It's
no?
just
okay.
Yeah, I got to tell you,
so
you're kind of
strict.
all over the place. Martin is look. It's Martin.
We have standards here. I know.
Raiders was the best. Temple of Doom was not awful. It just was dark. And then the third film was the last good one.
Okay, wait. I love you, man. But that was lazy. So I will not give you a video of backdoor.
Boo!
However,
Boo!
no, I will give you Backdoor Beaver.
There we go.
Oh,
this
fuck
has
you.
been brought to you by Backdoor Beaver with real beaver anal gland butter, whipped to perfection.
There you go.
Now, ironically, people think that we mean the butter was whipped. No, the beaver was.
Jesus Christ. It's not getting better.
She likes the Backdoor Beaver is cute.
No, it's ugly.
It's ugly. Stop showing it.
You guys drive me crazy.
Yeah, me too.
Queen wants a Backdoor Beaver.
Me too. I even commissioned some friend in the state for look one for me, but no, that thing disappeared almost immediately. And
yeah,
it wasn't
I'm so
cheap.
glad that it sold out.
I went to the theater the opening night, sold out before we even got in there, and it pissed me off. It's like we're the first showing. How can it be sold out? Stop it! You're lying. You're a big liar. So this is the scene where you see all the. Oh no, that was earlier scene. That's right. This was.
That's the funeral of his dad, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Quote unquote dad.
No, I liked Isle of Destiny. That was a fun game. I enjoyed myself. The actor doing the voice of Harrison Ford.
No, you're talking about The Great Circle.
What's Dial of Destiny? Oh, that's the
Yep.
movie I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only watched the opening part of the movie, the first 20 minutes. It's kind of a short film. That was pretty good. I thought it was okay. Rest of it, garbage. Then I skipped all the way to the end so I could see the final scene with him and Marion, which I enjoyed that scene. Rest of the movie, garbage.
Yeah, John lovingly calls it Diaper of Destiny.
Yes.
I like that.
Yep.
Okay, Sander. Okay. Where is it?
No, Gambit. No. It is not. It was a terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah, that franchise has 3 movies.
Okay.
Oh my God, I need to remind you, it had the fucking Tarzan yodel in it.
Okay. Allow me.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
It was a hate letter to Spielberg and George Lucas, is what that movie was. And I'm ashamed of Harrison Ford approving of that movie, because Lucas and fucking Spielberg were 2 of his best friends. They got screwed by that movie. What I would have liked to have seen was Spielberg's planned film, and then Kathleen Kennedy fucking overturned his film. I'm in charge now, motherfucker. I'll show you who makes coffee. Because I posted some of the storyboards Spielberg had commissioned, production art that he had commissioned, and it far more interesting. I love looking at those old cars, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what color did you get that car in? Oh, I got it in their new. They call it their opal black. It's sky black. Yeah, this whole scene right here. So fucking stupid. In no way does this scene make sense.
Like so many things in this movie.
I have been for a long time a supporter of Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones because of his likeness, that fucking square jaw he's got. He looks good in a fedora, man. And he's good with the comedy and he's good with the fucking action. And he's actually proven to be a very good fucking actor. But Kathleen Kennedy can't be there. Anything done while Kathleen Kennedy is in charge is going to be crap. Just like with Scotland. If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
That's right.
I'm black-pilled. So I don't think just removing Kathleen would help.
No, you got to get rid of the Star Wars writers group. They have to go.
I would say
Bob Iger has to go.
Give Lucasfilm to Jon Favreau. That's what
they're not going to do it. I'm telling you, they won't do it.
I know.
Because he could actually do something with it. He's not like oh man, I like what's his name that used to make fun of me saying that I called Jon Favreau a savior.
No, Filoni. They said that you were saying that Filoni was the savior.
No, I've never said that.
I know,
but I'm a Jon Favreau fan, and that's who he was referring to. He kept saying that I said that Jon Favreau is the savior. I went, no, but he could save Star Wars. You know, if they let him alone, like what he did with Mandalorian those first 2 seasons. He was trying to squeeze out quality, and of course, you'd have some weird shit in there because fucking Filoni was involved. I don't like Filoni. I've never have. I don't like Filoni. Dave Filoni is a phony.
It's a Vichy.
So, but the video game, that's the one I liked, Gambit. That's the one I liked. I liked that fucking game. Hated the title, but I loved the game.
I have certain issues with the gameplay. The thing they try to make you play as not as Indy but as MacGyver. They try to make the gunplay as difficult as possible, so you don't have to use. So you have to resort not to use guns. That's not Indy.
All right, here you guys go. It's a 5.5 hour movie, but you can actually watch the entire gameplay and cutscenes right here in order like a movie. Let me get this. Shut up, cat. Nobody asked your opinion. Cat's in there.
I'm surprised you could hear her.
Yeah, I can.
So there you go, guys. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, the 5.5 hour movie. And I'm going to tell you, it's fun to watch because I didn't play the game, Martin. I don't know shit from what you're talking about. I watched this. I watched it almost 2-speed so I could watch it in half time. But I enjoyed watching this. It was actually a fun story, and I liked the action. Harry, would you wanted to keep this place going? Yeah, I do appreciate this. Well, you can love them all you want, Queen. I can't stand cats. No, I love cats. I have cats. I have technically right now I have 5 cats of my own.
I know why you can hear her all of a sudden, Gary. Because Chris did my trial, and on the free plan.
Hello?
The free plan.
Yes. The free plan take off. Even
everything just froze. I'm sorry. On the free plan, you don't even get noise. You don't get noise cancellation on the free plan, so I'm going to delete that fucking app.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, the game is like a movie. It really is. It has the opening, everything. It's got its own little. It plays like a fucking movie, and I like that.
I am with you, Shirley. I'm waiting for a sale because it's expensive as hell.
I'm trying to think. There's this cat movie I liked a lot as a kid. The Cat from Outer Space. I think it was a Disney movie back when they made quality films. I like that movie.
And I think that the cat from Men in Black, Orion, was a nod to that cat or to that movie.
Yeah, that's what's on the marquee is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Based on the book by Jack Finney. Yeah, The Cat from Outer Space is a fun movie. I like that movie.
I should have that movie.
Milo and Otis is another kind of cat movie, quasi-cat movie. It's a cat and dog movie. And apparently activists out there have said that those animals were not treated well while making that movie and that they were put in literal harm's way constantly. I don't know if that's true. I don't trust activists.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, 1951. No, it's fairly accurate. The HUAC hearings were going on. That was real. A lot of Hollywood royalty was put on trial. Dog and Pony Show, having them out there. The problem with the HUAC committees was not the men and women working on it. It was one person who was power hungry, and that's McCarthy. And he fucked it all up. He used his ego and went a bridge too far was what he was doing. And when you start getting middle America having issues with how you're doing it against commies, because the middle America hated fucking commies. When they begin to turn against you in middle America, that's when you have a problem. And here's one of the other things. When I sat there and I really broke down who his character was, I couldn't stand him as a person. I just didn't like his character. I didn't think he was a good person. Now, if they had gone out of their way to really play into how he becomes a better person, there might be a story there. I mean, that's your classic redemption tale. But they didn't focus on that. They kind of show him as a nice guy, even when he's a fuckhead, getting drunk at the beginning of the film. That's problematic. You know, you have to have a theme. You know, themes are important in storytelling. And people that, you know, like movies without themes, I can tell don't know shit about storytelling and the importance of those things. There's a reason why the classics are classics, because those who wrote those films or those books understood theme, understood premise, understood arcs, character and story arcs. They're all important to good storytelling. And arcs in this movie are barely arcs at all. They're like little humps instead of being a true arc, showing a character starting out this way and becoming this way because of the experiences they have. He didn't learn anything. The closest thing to learning anything is how good a guy this dead guy was and how he wishes he could be that guy. Well, wishing isn't the same thing as being altered. And the best thing they could have focused on in this is how, in the end, that he would rather stay in this town and fix it and help save this town. That is a story, but that's not really what they're telling you at the end of this movie. You don't know if he saved that town. That's not being told to you. What you're seeing is he's at that theater and people are going to the theater. Yeah, it's nice. Probably local people. No, that he saves this town is something. I mean, when you look at It's a Wonderful Life, he saves that fucking town from ruin.
Yeah, all they're telling you in this is that he is marrying her and having kids.
It's just,
which is,
I expect better from movies. I do. I expect a movie to tell me a good fucking story. And it's like Josh said to me one time, because I asked him, I said, you know, this is way back when we first started talking. I said, well, how should you approach a story? How do you know if it's a story worthwhile? And he said, well, imagine your dad is on his deathbed, or mother on their deathbed, and your parent wants to hear one of your stories before they die. Is the story worth telling them? And I went, that's fucking profound.
Wild Joe.
What's up? I don't even know if you guys can see me.
Yeah, we can see you and hear you.
Okay.
I can see and hear you, and that wonderful gray sky. It doesn't look sunny out. It looks stormy.
Yeah, this is typical Louisiana winter, you know. Cloud cover, chilly, all the good stuff. If I walk this direction, you'll probably hear my generator that I hooked up. The closer I get
I'm so
to it,
glad you said
louder.
generator. The minute you said gin, I was like, oh my God, is he going to say we can hear his genitals?
No.
oh my God.
You hear that?
Hey, would you refer to that as nipply?
No, it's nice out here, man. Most people probably think it's chilly, but anyway, I just want to let you know, yeah, we're powerless over here, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they said they're going to get it back on by 3:30. So I didn't want you to think I bailed on you, Gary. Yeah.
No, I didn't think so. I was just so used to getting to say bye to you.
And, yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you bye if I'm leaving for good. But
so suddenly you were gone. It's like you and Charlie left around the same time. I'm like, oh shit, lost both of them. So
now mine was Mine was electricity. So you guys have a good stream, and I will yak at you later. I just want to let you know I wasn't bullshitting. We're kind of stuck here. So I just reason why I hooked up the generators to get Rhonda back to work. She's in her pajamas working, and she doesn't want to have to go in the office. So I went ahead and hooked up her computer and the router and everything.
Okay.
I don't have enough line for my computer. It's all the way in the back of the house. So you guys be good, and I'll see you later.
You too, brother. See you, man.
See ya.
Yep.
Bye.
All right, so I see Glenn Fleming is here from across the pond. Hey, I didn't know you guys celebrated New Year's in England.
They celebrate anything in England?
Isn't that forbidden now? Celebrating stuff.
Everything is.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to celebrate anything in England that Islam approves of.
Oh well.
Ouch.
I had
what is it called? Halal. In Hebrew, it's kosher, and in Islam, it's halal.
I love this answer.
Cheeky fuckers.
No, you have to say that's as an Romulan Irish woman. Cheeky feckers.
Feckers, yeah. Hope everything's going good for you, Glenn. Boy, oh boy, changes are coming right now, all over the place. Some of it's even happening in my life with everything's up in the air with my future work. And I'm not going to freak out about it. Never freak out about anything. Oh my God, this fucking movie is still going.
At least the slideshow is only 1 hour, 20 minutes. That movie is 2.5 hours.
Oh my God. Did you see that giant 17-inch TV? Look at that. Now that's television. Oh. Oh, this scene. Just like, who the fuck is he in this story? Like, he's not somebody real. They should have made him somebody who is somebody, a known writer like Mankiewicz, one of those great screenwriters. Was well known, established. But even Mankiewicz was treated like crap. Not like outside of the Hollywood circle, you didn't see people around the country talking about Mankiewicz as a writer. I mean, it was so underknown that Orson Welles fucked him over, and people didn't find out about it till 70 years later. How badly he got fucked over by Orson Welles. Nobody wants to celebrate Christmas anymore. I do. I love Christmas.
Okay.
I was trying to highlight it. You went to highlight it and it went off, and I tried to turn it back on, and you tried to turn it back on, and it went off, and that is what happened. It's a comedy of errors. We celebrated Christmas this year, and where are you? I forgot where you're at, Queen.
Yeah, we would have probably done something if I was over there, but I'm still stuck in Austria. So I'm not interested in Christmas.
New York. New York. All right. That's where my cousin Angie's been living for 35 years. She loves up there. She lives in Manhattan. My sister Luann was raised during an important period of her childhood, so she has like a New York accent. Yeah, Mankiewicz was a great, prolific fucking writer, man. In fact, it's a bloodline. We still have Mankiewiczes in Hollywood. And it's almost like how you have Westmores are makeup royalty in Hollywood. It's the same thing with the Mankiewiczes. And yeah, fucking Joe Mankiewicz, man, what he wrote. I mean, you're talking about a guy who wrote All About Eve. He wrote Cleopatra, the script based off of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. You've got the fucking movie with Michael Caine and Sir Laurence Olivier Sleuth. Good grief, man. This guy was a classy. He also, but you go all the way back to the 30s and you see some of the stuff that he worked on. And he deserved far more austere than what he got. And the Mankiewiczes, and depending on which one, a lot of the times were fucking drunks, man. And is it Bill Mankiewicz? Was it? No. Which brother was it that was the drunk? Oh, son of a bitch. Somebody speak, because I'm trying to think.
Well, what do you want me to speak about?
I have a Rocket Kitty situation. That's why I mute all the time.
Oh, we're not hearing it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Well,
Herman Mankiewicz. Herman Mankiewicz was the prolific writer in the family. Don't get it wrong. His brother Joe was a very good writer, but Herman was the one who wrote Citizen Kane, Pride of the Yankees, My Dear Miss Aldrich, The Man I Love, The Spanish Main. This guy was at the Pride of St. Louis. This guy was a writer, prolific fucking screenwriter, and still got treated like shit. Which, if you watch the movie Barton Fink, the drunk Hollywood writer that he befriends in the movie is based on Herman Mankiewicz. Because he was a fallen down drunk. And in real life, he knew the real Citizen Kane, which is the fucking newspaper magnate. I can't think of his fucking name right now. Because that Citizen Kane was a criticism of that guy. The Gay Pride of St. Louis. Hearst, thank you. Hearst, Randolph Hearst was a piece of shit as a human being. I fucking hate that guy historically. People don't know this. Do you know how cannabis became illegal? Hearst.
Really?
He had a new rope that he wanted to sell and a new form of making rope. And it was made with, plastic. It became nylon. And he had this idea for this. The problem was the hemp industry wouldn't give him room. And so when this advocate agency approached him to help them and back them against marijuana, he says, well, if you will include all hemp products, I'll agree to it. And so he put it in all of his newspapers, how the evils of hemp. And he shut the hemp industry down for rope. So he was able to start selling his nylon rope.
What an asshole.
Yeah. He didn't give a shit about the farmers that he was putting out of business. Didn't give one shit. Hemp that's used for rope is not the same as the hemp in that is marijuana. There's nothing. I think somebody said, yeah, you would have to probably smoke an entire rope to get 1 ounce of a high.
That's not how it works.
You would die before it happens. It was a joke. Yeah. Yes, he did. He also started a fucking war by lying about the sinking of the Maine. Yeah. Do you guys know what Rosebud was? The real Rosebud?
No.
How about you guys in the chat without looking it up? Do you have any idea what the name Rosebud meant in real life? And by the way, Mank was once an invited part of Hearst group, was eventually ousted. There's a movie about it with Gary Oldman as Mank. The movie's called Mank. And it's not a great film, but it's good. It's enjoyable. And it throws a lot of history in there. Well, in the movie, it was a sled. Yeah, I'm not talking about in the movie. I'm talking about in real life. Rosebud was historically about something with dealing with Randolph Hearst that he found out about, or Orson Welles found out about. Yeah, the movie makes a good film. Not great, but good. I've seen evocative black and white imagery. I'm going to movie is over. So I don't want to say it before everybody has a shot at giving an answer. That not close, but no cigar. That's a character. If I would have been born a long time ago, I would have tried to make a movie about Hearst, and I would have had John Huston play Hearst because he's perfect for that part. God rest his soul. But that's close, Queen. Very close. Nope. But I'm sure he did dream of. I believe he dreamed about it. That was the nickname for his mistress's pussy.
Oh God.
That's a fact, historical fact. And that added even more anger and ire from Randolph Hearst over that movie, Citizen Kane. He wanted to destroy Orson Welles, destroy him over having that in the movie, Rosebud. Yeah, that was the nickname he gave her little love giblets.
Yeah, and stuff like that should never leave the bedroom. The world doesn't need to know that.
Now, there are a couple of movies out there that kind of, they're biofilms that talk about Orson Welles. And one of them was The Night That Scared America. It was a made-for-TV movie about the radio production of The War of the Worlds. And there's a Ridley Scott produced film. I don't think he directed. Let me look at the name because I forget the name of it. RKO 281. That was the stage that they used to make the movie Citizen Kane, was RKO 281, stage 281. And the movie is, I think it's a pretty damn good movie. Ridley Scott produced it. And I'm trying to remember who played Orson Welles in that. Made back in 1991. Holding my breath, waiting for fucking shit to load. 1999 film. There's still. I'm not on Google. It's fucking Braves. AI is garbage. I'm going to go to IMDb. All right, here you go. It's got Liev Schreiber plays Orson Welles. Melanie Griffith.
Gambit just said that.
Yeah, I'm not on the. I'm over here. I can't see the show or the chat. Very good film. The Battle Over Citizen Kane with Liev as Orson. You had Malkovich in it, Cromwell, and as Hearst's mistress, you had what's her name, Melanie Griffith, and she was really hurt, apparently, also by him using Rosebud in the movie, because that was kind of a direct shot at her body. And she was pretty hurt by it, and which upset Hearst even more. And so, yeah, it was absolutely. He was already angry about this film when he heard about it, but when that happened, when he found out about that, he lost his fucking mind and made it his life's mission to destroy Orson Welles. And he did a fairly good job of it. Orson's career in Hollywood was very limited. He ended up going overseas. Yeah, Marion Davies. Thank you, Sander. That was his fucking woman. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, RKO 281 is a very good movie and something that everybody should watch. So it's a fairly accurate film. Like Mank is kind of accurate in some of its depiction of shit. But another depiction of Mankiewicz himself is go watch the movie Barton Fink. The old drunk writer in that movie is based on Mankiewicz, Joseph Mankiewicz. Yeah, I knew about that too. Yeah. Yeah, he hid out. There was actually a concern by some people that Hearst might even have him killed for what he did. Unicron and Transformer movie, which I saw in the theater. I like that movie. Nimoy was in that movie too. It's good stuff. And there is a really another Mankiewicz in Hollywood that is in the family, who is one of the historians that works on TMC, works for TMC, talking about movies like before and after the film. And he's from the same family, Mankiewicz's. Hearst was a fucking gigantic, walking, breeding piece of shit. I don't even classify him as human. Wow. He was fucking evil. He got a lot of people killed. And I can't remember if it was based off of another name, but also his palace that he made for Marion Davies. He called it Xanadu in the movie. And I can't remember if that's what he called it in real life or if it was something else like the hidden place in the Far East. Yeah, San Simeon. But he gave it a nickname, and I can't remember what the nickname was. Hearst, the real Hearst. He gave it a nickname, and it wasn't. I don't think it was Xanadu. It was. God, what was the? Hearst nickname for Simeon.
He nicknamed everything, huh?
What's that?
He seems like one of the guys who nickname everything. I know people like that, and it's annoying.
It was Hispanic. It was a Hispanic name. It means the Enchanted Hill. La Cuesta Encantada is the nickname he gave to it. Yeah, Xanadu is a great name, and that's the one that Orson Welles used. But the actual name that he gave it was a Spanish name, La Cuesta Encantada. And so there you had it. Xanadu was imminent before the 1980 musical popped up. Yeah, well, Xanadu is a place, fantasy place. But I love that song. ELO fucking made a great soundtrack for that movie. Poor Gene Kelly, he got fucked so bad. Yeah, La Cuesta Encantada. Yeah. I think Martin does too.
Maybe
a little bit.
Little bit. Un poquito, is that it?
Un poquito.
Un poquito. No one blamed Hearst for doing so either. Well, a lot of people in Hollywood were friends with Hearst. Hollywood big wigs in Hollywood were friends with Hearst, so they all sided with him. Yo quiero Taco Bell. So, Xanadu was the pleasure palace of the Emperor Kublai Khan, according to Marco Polo. Oh, okay. Shut up. Nobody cares.
Let her be.
Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah, but you left a word out. They were the first electronic violins and string instruments in rock. And the second band to use an electric violin, does anybody know? They're named after a state. Oh, I love Mr. Blue Sky. What's this? Coleridge poem.
Are you going to give us the answer?
I'm sorry, I read a bunch of stuff and I forgot what the question was.
Second band to use electric strings.
Oh, yeah, nobody's guessing. Okay. Kansas.
Never heard of them.
Yes, you have.
I have? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you say so, I don't remember.
Carry on My Wayward Son, Dust in the Wind. I played a lot of songs from them to you. ELO had a hit called Hold On Tight to Your Dream. Yeah. Of course I'm right. That's why I'm me. No, I'm not always right, but I'm mostly right. Mostly. I thought it could be Kansas. You should have said it. You would have been right. Kansas, great fucking band, man. ELO and Kansas were two of my favorite. It's hard not to call them this mildly progressive rock bands. Jean-Luc Ponty used electric violin before that. In rock and roll, not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of him involved in anything dealing with rock and roll. No, I specifically said rock and roll. ELO was the first orchestra because they were made up of an orchestra, the bandmates. Yeah, Dorothy and everything. Toto, the Wizard. They were all in the band. Dorothy played bass. Toto played drums. The Wizard did lead vocals. It was the in thing. It was the in thing. And the thing I loved about ELO, which I think is something that Anima doesn't like about them, is they started referring to the lead singer, main writer, Jeff Lynne, as the fifth Beatle, because he was so in love with the Beatles, and he worked with the Beatles a lot in other projects, and he had a sound on some of his vocals that was reminiscent of how they would harmonize on the Beatles, and that's probably the thing that when Anima's listening to it, she doesn't like, because it reminds her too much of the Beatles with the vocals.
Yeah, if it sounds like the Beatles, I'm not going to like it.
Which is sad and pathetic.
Not my style.
Not my style, man. Back off. I'm sorry. Stop talking to me. I don't like the Beatles.
You're
An
impossible.
FM Canadian band used electric violin. They had violinists play a violin solo on Rush Losing It. Oh. Well, FM was the band's name, huh? I've probably heard of them then. I'd have to go listen. The Beatles were groundbreaking. Yes, they were. They were actually the beginning of prog rock. They did it with a little album called Sgt. Pepper's. But the fact is, they were already moving that direction. Like with Rubber Soul and the next album. Basically, when they stopped playing live, they became a progressive rock band, because they began to experiment on things they didn't ever have to worry about playing live. They could do it just in the studio. And the funny part was they would turn to George Martin. It's like John would record something and Paul would record something and they don't match. And he goes, "You're a genius. You'll make it work." And Martin's like, "You fucking guys." He would get so aggravated with them.
I did not.
Yeah, it was you. By the way, this was the cool George Martin, not the one who writes terrible books. Or possibly the Beatles were using mellotrons along with a set of electronic violins. I know the mellotron, isn't the mellotron what Pete Townsend got into and used for that crazy intro on We Won't Get Fooled Again and shit? That was the mellotron, right? Let me look that up. Pete, God damn it. Townsend and the mellotron. I do believe that was what he used to do that crazy fucking keyboard. It sounds like a keyboard, but it's not. Yeah, that was it right there. I got a picture of it right here. This is him working on it. Here, stop screen, share screen. Right here, share screen. So that's that picture right here. For the song, well, the first one they did it on was Baba O'Reilly. And then he did more, and he had his keyboard hooked up to it so he could create these crazy fucking sounds. And oh my God, that had an impact on rock. Fucking Pete Townsend. Fucking love that guy. It's so rare you'll hear me say that about guitarists. There's only a handful of guitarists I really love, and he's one of them. Just fucking love Pete Townsend. Oh, it wasn't showing. God damn it. Somebody fucking share it when I'm over in the other screen. God damn it. Or turn the fucking auto thing on. So that's the mellotron right there, guys, on the right. And his keyboard is set up underneath it. Basically, that looks like a Hammond organ down below.
Yeah, it does.
Connected to the mellotron. And it was an essential piece used in rock and roll that altered, and it's what led to some of the fucking coolest keyboards in the future. That and the Moog organ. They're closely related. Yeah, it's the same thing with Moog. And And then eventually, Fairlight got used. And I thought one of the goofiest fucking things to celebrate was when Phil Collins put an album out, and on the back of the album says, "There's no Fairlight on this album." And I'm like, nobody cares, Phil. No, nobody gives a shit. That's a weird thing to brag.
Yeah.
No Fairlight. Like, why would you think that's important? So I was going to show you this from the movie today too.
I need to get going here soon, Gary.
There it is. I'll have to add it myself. Come back. This is that town where they built the theater. There's the theater still there, and the little shop next to it, and then there's giant parking lot. It used to be one giant parking lot. And some of the interiors were shot right there at Grauman's. There used to be an area here that was used in the film too. And this is the bar that he visits at the beginning of the film before he has his accident. Real place. They don't show, for some reason, that's another part of the town. In fact, right there, that empty parking lot in front of that store, that was where the diner was. Right there. And like I said, that diner was a mobile set that was brought in. What's that? And that's all I got to say about that movie.
That, and we'll never watch it again.
I have no reason to ever watch it again. I will never watch that movie again. It takes up way too much of my time and not worth it. Mellotron paved the way for synths like, thanks for echoing all the shit that I said. Thanks, buddy. You got my back. You got my back. Prophet was later. First was the Mellotron. Then you had, which is the first cousin, by the way, if you didn't know this, to Megatron, the Transformer. And you had Mellotron. You had Moog. Moog was in the 60s. And it was a version, by the way, that was used by the composer of the music for the movie The Shining.
Look at that, Gary. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, but
he's doing that on purpose. He's doing
I know he is. He's totally doing it on purpose. Hey, remember that thing that Gary said? Here's an addendum that really is just the same thing.
Yeah. But anyway, I really need to go, Gary. So if you're not rapping, I'm going to drop out.
All right. I'll go ahead and end here. No reason to hang out any longer. I want to say thanks to everybody for being here, including those who didn't survive, in the memory of Joe and Charlie, who did not survive the show. God bless you. Rest in peace, my friends. I want to thank Gambit, Snorty, Emmanuel, Shirley Lavasseur, Slasher Fred, Queen, Wade, Sander, Glenn. Thanks, guys, for popping in. It was good seeing everybody. Happy Monday. Look forward to seeing you guys on Midvoke, the middle of the week. We will see. Wendy Carlos, thank you. Also a trans person. The composer, Wendy Carlos. We will see you guys later. Everybody have a great day today. Adios, muchachos.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo,